Okay, chosen ones. Hey, listen, I wanted to talk about what are the tactics that these gang stalkers use, but we all know the tactics. I'm not really going to go expound on a lot of the stuff, but what I notice is when these destiny swappers be coming around you and in secrecy, these witches and warlocks who be trying to block you from a situation, a journey, okay, an outcome. They love to use tactics. These are the tactics they all know. Like, they're trained to know these tactics to use. Most of these people have been in the military, or they've been in some type of group that go over these things. And most of these groups are secret groups. And then some of them are foreign interests. They're foreign interests who are coming over here to specifically attack the chosen ones of God. And use your own discernment when I mean that, okay? The true Israelites of the Most High. The true chosen ones of God. They will use foreign interests. Okay? And these foreign interests come over here to the Americas, siphon up all the America benefits for the real indigenous Americans, okay? People. And then gaslight us. I'm gonna delve into this real quick, but I needed to get me some water. I need a cold bottle of water. But I think I'm onto something. Yeah, I already got it ready. No, I'm coming in. Okay. You can even do it yourself. I'll put it in a position where you can grab it. But I'm gonna be out here for about 30 minutes and that's it. This is super hot. Oh, hold on. All right, Mom. Just text me and I'll be right here. Okay? All right. Gotta get. All right, guys. The cool shade done gone down, so I'm gonna make this quick. But there are certain tactics these handlers use, and then they use outside forces, agencies to come against chosen ones of God, targeted individuals after they've put in these fear tactics. I call them fear tactics because even with me, a person who is going after their justice, whether I win or lose, and I want God, whatever the outcome is, these are fear tactics they're using by having people constantly riding by your house. I'm not saying everybody who rides by your house is a perp, but you know the difference because you're gonna recognize them. You're gonna see them in other places. Okay, and see, I'm a tag reader. I'm a tag pattern recognizer. I recognize colors, codes, all of that. You know what I'm saying? I used to be I would say a medical biller / coder, but I wasn't. I didn't get my certificate in that, but most of my jobs was medical biller. So we dealt with numbers and codes and patterns, right? So the thing is, they use these outside agencies. And I don't even call them an agency. I think these are effing M's and E's. Okay? I think these outside agencies are M's and E's or big time handler witches and warlocks. And witches and warlocks, they take their orders from the handlers. Because the handler is the one that's manipulating the system. Because when the witches and when the low-level witches, and witches could be a male term or a female term, a witch, yeah, a warlock. And see, look, don't be looking over here. But anyway, some of these people, these groups, they old. Some of them are young, okay? Because all the old ones are passing down it to the next generation. But some of these groups are foreign. Okay, a lot of these foreign individuals love these groups, the E's and the M's. I don't know why. I don't even know if they have it over there in their country or whatever, but maybe they do, and they just coming over here joining these cliques. And so when the handler, who is operating from the corporation or the insurance adjuster or the lawyer, is getting paid to give the money, the cash, the gift cards and all that to the handler distributes these things to the witches and the wizards. Okay, stay with me now. So they're telling me, these groups already know. Now say for instance these groups are the M's and the E's, and they already telling you what to do because they have their own Bible. They have their own Bible, and they'll tell you can't look at it, you can't touch it, it has energy, don't mess with it, and it ain't got nothing to do with God. It's devil worship. They're using me as a legal sacrifice. This is what I believe. So when they bring they bring these people, certain people and individuals around the targeted individual, a real chosen one of God, the one that they know, hey, we need to make her bow down. You know what I'm saying? They use witches and wizards. And that's why a lot of us go through witchcraft. So the reason why when I was telling you guys that I was giving the opposers a chance to make it right with me for a very long time, since June 2024, to make it right for me before I actually got on my social media, YouTube, and actually started going in about this situation. Because remember, guys, I be talking in parables, right? Y'all get it. Parables, witches, warlocks, imps, doppelgangers, dwarves. Now, who is that? Do you know who I'm talking about? Do you know specifically who that is? No. Okay. Practitioners. Medical practitioners and stuff like that. No, but we know we are around some of these professionals in our lives. Shit, your neighbor could be a damn doctor, lawyer, or a nurse, a phlebotomist, anybody. Could be a therapist. You don't know. Could be a caseworker. We don't know. Some of them could be military VA people. We don't know, but they do stuff. The good ones do their job. The bad ones are doing stuff in secret, behind the scenes, manipulating system, trying to destiny swap this person's income, trying to destiny swap over here, trying to transfer this people's stuff in somebody else's account. You got to be careful with this shit. That's why you got to stay on this shit and make sure the right people is doing what they supposed to do, because that's what they want to do. They want to do the right thing. But these destiny swappers, they'll send these people to do their little signs and symbols against you, targeted individual. And if you don't know what the signs and symbols are, you're not going to pay attention, and you being out here gang stalking the community. This is why you see when people walk past you, they cough. They ain't coughing. If they were going to be coughing, they're going to cough before they even get by you, before you even know. They get right up on you and cough, or they wait till you pass their doorway, pass the hallway, pass them, or they passing you and they cough. And if they do it more than one time, it's a pattern. That is a witch and a warlock. That is a witch operating in demon time. That is a witch who is paid, allegedly, or influenced to come around you. Half of these witches and warlocks that come around me are family members with a evil, envious woman that's probably a witch or a warlock, probably a foreigner. Okay? Probably a public speaker, foreigner. Probably married to a foreigner. I don't know. Because why would they send a foreigner around me? Why would they send a foreigner around you, chosen ones? This is a general message. And just because you foreign and you in my environment, if this message ain't for you, then why are you getting vexed? If this message is not for you, you wouldn't be vexed. Okay? That's all I'm gonna say. So this is why you're seeing a lot of these people coming around you, these women groups. These are M's and E's. This is their job. They go to them. Somebody who's fighting you, who want to win, but they want to do it demonically towards you. They go to these groups to do it, to keep their hands clean. Those are where the bribes are being taken. This is how your information is getting spread to out in about. It's these witches and the wizards, and some of them are gay. Not all of them are gay, but some of them are gay. Some of them are bull dykes, and some of them are homosexuals. And I have none against, because because I say stuff like this. I'm a public speaker. I'm a general spiritual speaker. They'll attack me. I know it. I know when they do it, because when I go out, it's some little sugary person will come up to me and be like, "Girl, bye," something like that. I just laugh because I can't remember now. You can't react, but you can respond. And they don't even know. I love me some shit. Well, I ain't gonna say I love it like that. I don't love not to take my soul down the hill, but I'm just saying, I give you respect, you give me respect. We can have a good old time. Like I told you, I had a best friend that was one, a sugary person. And he's passed on now, but he was my best friend. He had the car in high school, and he come and get all the girls, okay? And we hang out. We get to see the other side of what it is to be rainbow. You get what I'm saying? When I grew up, I learned, that's not for me, that lifestyle. That's not my lifestyle. I was just seeing it from another person's perspective. But that lets you know I can be in the room with the best of them. You can be in the room with the best of them. And you don't have to disrespect them. And I'm not disrespecting them. I'm telling you about what this program is. They use straight people and they use gay people. That's it. Thank you. Maldini. Hi, I'm a like and subscribe. Thank you. I said hi. Ruth Francisco. Hi. Hey. Hola. ¿Cómo está usted? But yeah. Chosen ones, you giving them a fight of their life. And so they got to drop down and ride and pass your house, ride where you at. They got to stalk you. It ain't nothing you can do about it. If it's legal in your state to be monitored and stalked by unknown individuals every day, different people every day, all up in your business, all up in your all up in your life, just trying to make you lose your case. Not because you speaking up. You ain't losing your case because you speaking up. Don't let these people put fear in you. These are fear campaigns. Gang stalking by witches and warlocks and handlers is nothing but a fear tactic campaign. These are military style maneuvers and techniques they use on a targeted individual who is not even a bad person, not even out here doing nothing to nobody, minding their business. These are tactics that they use on people who go after their justice. That's it. But why do this to a person if they're going after their justice? Why? Who wins in the end? Who really wins in the end? If a person is going after a plaintiff is going after their justice, who really wins in the end? Because after all the bullshit that the opposer side have done to this person, after everything this person had to see in their physical sight, experience in the real physical realm, and go through with spiritual warfare, seeing all these different people coming around them they don't even know, they're trying to wear you down, chosen ones. They're trying to wear you out, chosen ones, targeted individuals, plaintiffs. Because it has to be them. They are using every resource they have to try to win and make you lose. That's why I said, who really benefits in the end? Is it you? After you've been through all this harm, heartache and pain, is it you that really benefit, or is it them? They're benefiting off of your pain. It's people right now in your own community benefiting off of your pain, your suffering. Because guess what? If these people wasn't benefiting off of your pain, all these people would be out here helping you, right? So this is a tactic to wear down the victim, the plaintiff, to wear them down, to cough around them, to mock them, to scoff at them, to come around them, to ride past their house, to sit around in front of the store with their bright lights, one headlight you, to follow you everywhere you go, from city to city, calling the police department, asking their gang stalking unit to watch you, to follow you, to monitor your house, to go and destroy your property, all of that. Ask yourself, chosen ones, who benefits from this program? Who benefits from your pain and suffering? You don't benefit from it. Because if all them people they paid to harass you and paid to stalk you and put you through humiliation campaigns and slander campaigns, they could have paid them people to actually help you. All those people who are going against the chosen one, a targeted individual or a plaintiff, going after their justice and their closure, the money and the resources they had to do all this demonic stuff to them, gang stalking them, sending perps around them, handlers, paying the police department to watch them and all that kind of stuff, following them to here to there, just trying to down them, trying to suppress them. They could have been helping that victim. They could have been helping that individual. They could have been helping that plaintiff. But they put their resources into blocking a child of the living God, blocking a child, blocking a member of a family, blocking a victim of suffering and suppression and pain and injury, blocking a peaceful person, blocking a person who's a content creator, a creative person, blocking a nice gifted person, blocking a person who loves their freedom of speech. So why would they put all their resources into a person who be minding their business, ain't doing nothing, no harm to nobody, just speaking their truths, speaking what they see, because that person ain't on your channel, that person ain't on your videos, mocking and harassing you, coming on your page as a troll, doing nothing to you. These are envious individuals. These are cults. These are witches and warlocks. These are wizards. These are friends of handlers. These are friends of witches and warlocks. These are friends of lawyers and opposing units. These are friends of corporate companies. These are friends of gas stations. These are friends of the city perps that are paid by the handler that works for the police and sheriff department. These are friends of the covens. These are friends of the M's and the E's. These are friends of the public speakers. These are the friends of the witches and warlocks, the practitioners. These are friends of all these demonic people that have been put against one individual. Them companies and corporations and insurance adjusters and all that, they could have put those same resources into helping that individual. I think that insurance adjuster is evil and a manipulative individual. I think that insurance adjuster needs to be fired. I think The insurance adjusters and maybe even some of the opposing lawyers need to be fired for what they put you and your mother through. Because all you doing was minding your business, being a happy person, going after your goals and your dreams, going and even taking some losses. And then when you want to go back home and stuff like that, you go into the store and you slip and fall. And then they put this traumatic campaign against you. You ain't put a traumatic campaign against them. They put a traumatic and put you in dangerous situations. That's why they paid handlers and paid perps and witches and warlocks and practitioners are coughing when you walk in the house, coughing when you walk in the hallway, coughing when you're at the store. These are general messages. If you're taking offense to this, then you must be doing it. If you're not taking offense to this, you ain't doing it. Okay? So this is my story. This is my general messages and my spiritual messages. I'm a public speaker, and disclaimer, I'm sharing this through fair use. I'm protected by the Freedom of Speech Act. Okay? So I'm a spiritual intuitive messenger, and I'm doing spiritual intuitive investigations. Because guess what? I'm working as a per se individual right now. They got all the paid perps, all the paid handlers, all the paid lawyers. They got 3 lawyers against me. It's just me. They got paid detectives. They got paid police units. They got paid monitoring spirits. They got paid people with the camera system. They got paid people in your environment. When all they had to do is just pay you what to make you whole, and so send you on about your business, so you don't have to spiritual warfare with them, and you don't have to speak up for your justice, and you don't have to go do this by yourself. No, they wanted to fight you. This is my opening statement. They wanted to fight you. Yeah. Move him out the way. Move him out the way. Maybe fire him. Maybe, in his employment, move him out the way so they can fight you. Oh yeah. Homeboy know a lot. Homeboy know a lot. Homegirl know a lot. Oh yeah. Home bodies know a lot. Home people know a lot. Okay? They know a lot. They got him out the way, didn't they? They got him out the way. They moved him on out the way so he couldn't say nothing. They moved him on out the way. But guess what? Nah, it don't work like that. You got to show up. You got to show. If I got to show up, you got to show up. And I'm thankful and grateful to you. You think I'm out here speaking, madness and all that? No, I'm thankful and grateful to you. You just don't know. You saved the day. When you showed up in that legal aspect, you showed up. Oh yeah. And it ain't nothing you can do about it. It ain't nothing they can do about it either, because you showed up on paper. You may not they may not want you to show up at the court date, but you already showed up on paper. Yeah. You told the truth. You told the truth on that paper. So I salute you. I'm sorry you might have had to lose your job. Sorry you had to listen to me spiritual warfare with them. But you told the truth. It's too late. You can't change your mind now. Just like they come at me about every little thing I'm saying. They deciphering every little thing I'm saying. And they trying to see if I'm going to switch up what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it works. Sometimes life ain't perfect. Ooh, look y'all. This way the rocks coming from. The rocks coming from outside the gate. That's where the rocks coming from. Little demons. That's what. Look at the spiders, y'all. Look at the ant beds and spiders. See? This is how you know you're dealing with witchcraft. Because when you see these type of spiders and you see them back home, it's a practitioner around. See those rocks? Those rocks ain't in our yard. See, look, they ain't over there in the gate. They outside the gate. So if somebody walk on the sidewalk, they pick them up and throw them at you. They throw them at the house. Yeah, we on to these demons. We on to them. We on to these witches and warlocks. Oh, they got paid. They took the bribe. They took the bribe. And most of what I'm saying, guys, is assumptions. I can't prove it in the court of law. But I'm going to speak my truth. And I ain't never going to let nobody stop me from speaking my truth. Never. And sometimes that's how you have to be, chosen ones. You got to see the patterns. You got to see. You got to push past the illusions. Glory be to God.